the trunk of a tree. So that feels rough till it tapers off naturally. That's all there is. So it's not actually growing thicker. It just feels blunt and, prickly for that first couple of days.
Because of where it's actually been taken out from, as opposed to waxing. What are the other myths? Are there any other myths connected with
Some myths like probably it gives you pigmentation. Yeah,
yeah, I've heard people say that, it makes my skin darker.
Correct. It doesn't. It's because if you have razors which were probably not so technologically advanced, you would probably scrape your skin 2-3 times to get away the hair much nearer to the skin. But here there are multiple blades. So one blade is designed to kind of pull your hair a little, the second one cuts off, the third one goes as near to the skin as possible. So with one stroke, you're getting a much better hair removal experience. And 2, there's also these bars which are fortifying it, or rather giving you the moisture, giving you the gel, which makes it easy and smooth for the blade to run on your skin. So there's no dehydration. Also, because of the flexible head, you're not ripping off the top dead layer of the skin too deep.
Right.
So when you're causing injury is when we call something called as PIH, which is post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So even something as simple as shaving with a blade, when you're scraping too much of the skin, might end up causing pigmentation eventually if you're using a wrong tool.
So do you actually recommend, when people come to you and ask you about hair removal, you recommend this over waxing?
Definitely. We do recommend it even in patients who come to us with those little bumps on the skin, folliculitis on the skin, ingrowth especially.
Yes.
That's when we end up recommending or prescribing a razor.
Right. It's with waxing that you get all those ingrowths.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the safety concerns as far as shaving is concerned? Did you ever have that thing of maybe it's not safe? I used to hear this earlier. I have to tell you this, that I have never waxed my legs in my life. I've only used a razor. And it's worked out really well for me, and it doesn't even feel blunt. That whole blunt angle that you're talking about, that hasn't ever happened with me. But have you ever encountered, or before you started shaving, did you have any concerns? Did any of you have any concerns before shaving that, it may not be good for the skin, or it may cause, did you have any? We've been shaving, all of us have been for a long time.
The thing is, you always have concerns, and these things are, I started off early with shaving and stuff, also because, I love saying this, it's the best and the most inexpensive way to get rid of hair on your legs, and I started off thinking, okay, let's try it out. Is it safe? Is it not? But those questions, of course, they came up. And once I started shaving my legs, I was fine with it. And I'm just like you. I haven't gone back to it. And the thing is, the technology is improving. And now after listening
One more myth is being busted here. Sardarnis are not very hairy women.
No, apparently they're supposed to be very hairy. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a myth that's been busted.
Yeah,
we're not very hairy women.
Yeah, we're fine. We're absolutely fine with that. But, the thing is that when you're asking whether it is something that you did question, I did, and it's trial and error. I tried it out, and we're doing just fine. Me and my legs are doing just fine with shaving.
Would you recommend it to others?
Like we can shave our arms.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the thing is, when you're talking, I was looking at your legs, and you don't have any of the scars. In fact, I've seen my friends who wax, who keep complaining, oh, I have, you mentioned something about ingrown hair and stuff, and I've heard my friends complain about that, and they should have been here today listening to you.
And I think, again, what's lovely about this particular razor is the fact that not only is it easy to use, but it's contoured in a way that it will prevent you from getting nicks and cuts if you use it properly. I think the danger of getting nicks and cuts is when you use an inferior blade, when you use a single blade, when you use a rusty blade. And this doesn't have any of that. And it's got an ergonomical head, a word that I've been practicing backstage, which also makes it healthy and makes it less risky to use, and it's got the right texture as well in the handle, so that means even when you use it in the bath, it won't slip, and therefore it's also less risky.
I think, Doctor, a lot of people here would like to hear it from you, that the coarseness or the amount of growth that you have on your body, the hair on your body, that's genetic, isn't it? It can't be altered because of a hair removal method.
The number of hair you have on your body surface area is usually genetic. The only way that can be altered is if you have a hormonal imbalance. That's the only way.
I mean,
that
all
it
things
can-
being, I meant to say,
Yeah.
all things being equal. The whole convenience factor. Does anybody have a story to share of how, you know, your razor saved the day? I don't know.
Well, just now backstage.
Oh, is that why your legs are looking so
So glossy,
smooth?
so glossy
Wow.
and conditioned. I have just used this 5 minutes ago. So it certainly saved the day for me.
Yeah, so you know, this totally supports the cause of wherever, whenever. No,
I think it's an essential
preparatory
must-have
agents required.
in your beauty kit, along with whatever else you need, a mascara or, for me, you know, whatever your essentials are. I think it's important to have a Gillette Venus razor.
Is it a part of your?
Absolutely. I was just going to say, it's definitely a part of my toilet kit. Whenever I travel, that's almost literally after my toothbrush, that's one of the first things that go into my toilet kit.
That's the thing you didn't know about Deepika. She first puts her toothbrush in, and then her Gillette Venus, and now Gillette Venus Breeze.
And now I don't have to worry about putting like a shaving foam or something separately in that, because now you have just this one thing you have to carry around with you.
You have
A story? Yeah, I mean, I've
Maya
had,
has many
I
stories.
have many stories, but I have a shaving story. I remember I've caught myself shaving in the car. So this, yes, so this is even better because now like Deepika said, I don't have to like look for, ask somebody, moisturizer kidhar hai, ye kidhar hai, wo, just this, and you're good to go. So yeah, I will be shaving in the car all over again with the Gillette Venus Breeze. I'm just happy it's here.
We're all the ladies over here. How many ladies are there in the audience? After hearing all about the features of the new Gillette Venus Breeze, put your hands up again. I want to see how many of you are here. Isn't that a fantastic product? All of you say aye. Okay. Aye, yes, whatever. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to throw the floor open for a quick question-answer session. Requesting all of you to please keep your questions limited to the launch. And another request, if you have a question, please raise your hand, introduce yourself, and tell us who the question is for. Yes. Can we have a mic going to the lady over there in blue?
Hi, I'm journalist Pooja Samant. I'm a freelancer. I would like to ask question to Dr. Rashmi. When a particular lady have a very dry skin, for instance, my skin is very dry. So how it is advisable to use this, and is it safe?
So safety, we discussed that it is really, really safe. If you have a dry skin, there is always a chance that you may also have a sensitive skin. That's because usually dry skin is devoid of moisture and will have those micro cuts. And then when you do anything, even if you put water, it can burn, isn't it? So it's very important for you to use water before you shave, irrespective of the gadget you're using, even if it is the Venus Breeze. So put some water, that's a great moisturizer, and then you can use this. So we were at their research institute in England, in Reading, and they showed us the entire way this blade is actually made. You'll be surprised that on a particular slow-moving camera, I don't know the technicalities of it, the films move very slowly, so you can literally see the moisture coming in. So you can actually see the gel from these bars coming onto the blade and the skin so beautifully well. So before your blade actually touches your skin, the gel is already sprayed onto it. So you then move it on so it's protected before you do it, and the second bar will kind of almost seal it up with moisture. So it's a beautiful mechanism where even if you had a dry skin, it's pretty safe to use. Having said that, use it on wet skin.
Neha, did you have a bottle of water when you were shaving in the car? Did you do it on wet skin? Just want to know. Never mind.
Oh my God. Thank God I was in the back seat and not the front, because that's what I usually said.
Right. Any more questions? Yes. The lady. Yes. Your
मेरा
name?
प्रश्न-
You
Soma-
didn't introduce yourself. We'd like to know who
Soma
you.
Ghosh from Great Shobha. My question is सभी से है, आप तीनों से, कि आपने अपने स्किन की आप देखभाल कैसे करती हैं डेली रूटीन में? नेहा, सोहा एंड दीपिका.
Okay. I think जैसे मैंने पहले कहा, it's a mix of a lot of things. So I think to begin with, to make sure you've had adequate sleep, to make sure you've had at least 7 or 8 hours of restful sleep, or 9 or 10. No, that's a bit much. I get groggy with that. But I mean, I think everyone knows how much sleep they need. Usually, I think it's 7 to 8 maybe. And I think to start your day with a breakfast, I think one of the things that we don't do is we're so busy just running from one place to another, we ignore the most important meal of the day, which is breakfast. So I think having breakfast is really important, and being a South Indian, that's my most favorite meal of the day. And then eating a wholesome, balanced meal even throughout the day. So whether it's your breakfast, lunch, dinner, or your meals in between, to make sure you have enough nutrition in your food, to drink enough water, to make sure you exercise. Now, I know a lot of people don't have the time to physically go to a gym or do yoga or do some sort of exercise, but I think even simple things like if you can walk to your workplace, or if you live, say, on the 6th floor, and if you can climb, walk down instead of taking the lift and climb back up, simple things like that, I think all of this has to become a part of your lifestyle. And then, of course, like I said, the products that you use, you want to use products that are iconic. You want to use products that are affordable, but also that are tried and tested. I think there's a certain reason why certain brands have been in the market for so long, and I think that's obviously because they are tried and tested, and it works for people. So I think to be able to identify those products, whether it's your razor, whether it's your your sunscreen, whether it's your night cream, whatever it is, I think to be able to find that, I think it's different for me, it will be different for everyone else, but I think you have to find that for yourself.
Right. I think Deepika covered everything from sunscreen to sleep. I would just say that one thing I would encourage people to do is to do a headstand. If you do, Shirsasana every day, it's really good for you. It gets the blood flowing in the opposite
Shobha ji,
direction.
headstand karengi na aap?
In our skirts, maybe not. We dare to bear, but not bear so much. But I would say that's also really good. Anything that makes your heart beat, just go a little bit to a cardio level, whether it's dancing, whether it's doing whatever you enjoy doing, that also is really good. And be healthy on the inside as well as the outside.
Neha?
Me too.
Yes.
I mean, they've covered everything between Deepika and Soha, the headstand tip that I gave Soha many years ago. Now she's sharing in front of everyone. Okay, that's a lie. No, but I just think the one thing that I always believe is to hydrate. We always forget to drink water, and that's really good because it flushes out all your toxins. And of course, skin is not just the skin on your face, it's all over your body, your legs and everything. So for everything else, there's always Gillette Venus. Thank you.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a gentleman with a question.
Yep. Hi,
Go for
Deepika
it.
here. Justin from PTI. Yeah.
Thanks. He's only saying hi to Deepika, so we're fine.
Well, no. Hi to everybody.
He was like, Justin. I mean, Justin.
Yeah.
Just in the banquet hall.
Right. So Deepika, I mean, congratulations. I mean, we are seeing you back after Triple X. Big year for you. 2017 began on a very happy note. How happy and content are you with the success of the film, and does that relieve you a lot of pressure and make you proud that the film did so well?
Yes, of course. I think anything that you put your heart and soul into, when you see the results, when you see how it's, for me, I think what was heartening and what really got me emotional was the way India embraced the film, and a lot of them sitting right here. I think just the way everyone embraced the film, everyone, in the way I think that maybe my performance, or even the fact that maybe the way I spoke in the film, I think all of those things were very well received, and I think that makes me really happy, because to step out of your comfort zone and to work in a territory that you're absolutely unfamiliar with, and not knowing what the end result might be, but then to actually see that translate into this kind of love and appreciation, it makes me feel like it's worth taking all of those risks.
Okay, Justin, you've been very naughty.